former welterweight champion James the Educator fanshier, known for his amazing unorthodox skills and always willing to throw it all on the line every time. But before a title can ever enter the picture again, he'll need to defeat the man standing in front of it, Mike the Joker Guymon. Guymon, no joking around right now in the cage as he delivers some heavy knees and mixing up some combinations here.
This is a belt contention. We're both out there searching for that belt, and we're both clawing our way to the top. This fight is extremely important. I know Mike Guymon is very tough, and there's going to be a lot of smiles. His nickname is the Joker.
Well, I think we're just both characters. I've always been just the happy-go-lucky kid. I don't like fighting. They even asked me to do a serious face in the pose down. I'm like, I laughed at him, like, do you know who I am? I can't do a serious face.
When I fight, I enjoy my fighting. I'll almost smile. You'll see a few smiles sneak out there.
I've trained my butt off. I've ridden 40 miles every other day. I've ran, bled, sweat, cried. I've gone through every emotion in the book and just worked my skills from top to bottom, literally.
I would say my unorthodox style comes from, I don't know, maybe boredom or creativity, or when you fight the same guys, spar the same guys in practice on a regular basis, you gotta make new stuff up.
I think there's a very funny subplot there. You got James fanshier, who's a teacher, and then you got me, who is always a class clown and just a total idiot growing up. This is kind of cool, though. I finally get to punch the teacher in the face.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. First, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighs 170 pounds. He trains with Team Carnage with a mixed martial arts record of 15 wins and 8 defeats. He hails from El Dorado, California. Please welcome James the Educator fanshier.
You know, James the Educator fanshier, it's been a while since he's been here at King of the Cage, but look at that. I hear fans cheering. I talked to the guy earlier. He goes, dude, people are going to boo me. They hate me. It doesn't matter where I go. They just hate me when I'm out in this area. I'm like, James, everybody hates you.
Well, it is NorCal versus SoCal here.
Absolutely, and he's got his fans out here. And, you know, he's very excited.
James fanshier has been one of my favorite fighters to watch in his career. He's so exciting. Not only does he have great takedowns and somewhat unorthodox throws, but incredible kicks and some impressive hand speed. He throws awkward styled kicks, almost like more traditional martial arts, but merged with the modern kickboxing. He's a hard fighter for a lot of other fighters to figure out.
Absolutely. Unconventional fighter. How do you train for someone that does that? I mean, you can't practice like these spinning tornado punches this guy does from the ground. You know, he also mentioned that he likes his new hairdo. He's not sporting the crew cut anymore.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen him without a crew cut, in fact. I ran into him earlier at the hotel. Didn't recognize him almost. James fanshier, above all things, he's an athlete.
Absolutely.
He's in tremendous shape. He comes fit and prepared to fight, and he takes it very seriously when he does in a fight. So he trains at a level of fitness that a lot of professionals
definitely forced to work out too, with this being a PE teacher as well.
He's no joke, this guy. This guy comes in, he's hard to put away.
He weighs 170 pounds. He trains the Team Joker's Wild with a mixed martial arts record of 7 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. He hails from Lake Forest, California. He's welcome, Mike the Joker Guymon.
I'll tell you what, the Joker's tough. You know, we haven't had a chance to see him fight lately. He's one of those guys who's unbelievable to train with. He has by far the heaviest hands of anybody at 170 pounds. His jiu-jitsu's phenomenal. His stand-up's phenomenal. If this guy can put it together in a fight, he can beat anybody. But James fanshier, he's tough. He's been in there with the toughest guys in the world. He's put away a lot of really super tough guys. Knows what it's like to get hit hard, so this is going to be a phenomenal fight.
Well, it's very funny and very ironic in the situation that Joker is known as the Joker, and you got the teacher. So it's basically the class clown versus the teacher. Joker said it himself, I'm very excited to punch the teacher in the face. And I was like, well, you don't want to give him an apple? No, I just want to punch him in the face.
You know, well, all jokes aside,
Absolutely.
Mike Guymon has been known for having incredible hand power and speed. So he's heavy-handed. He can end the fight suddenly. James Fanshier, on his other hand, has a tremendous chin. I've seen him in many, many wars with hard-hitting fighters. So let's see how hard is the punching power of the Joker in this bout. Can he get off against the unconventional, hard-to-hit Fanshier? It's going to be an interesting fight. And with James Fanshier, he does go 100 miles an hour the entire fight. He doesn't tend to slow down or be defensive.
And that's the thing about Mike. You know, he's so well versed. He's so good standing up and on the ground. His takedown defense. He likes a slower paced fight. He likes to slow it down. He likes to be in control. I don't think James is going to allow him that. So if he can find a way to slow this fight down, it's going to play into what he's best at. If it stays 100% all go, he's going to have some serious problems tonight.
Tell you what, Joker looking in great shape. He said he actually had to eat a little bit to gain some weight. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Well, both these guys are massive 170 pounders.
This is definitely a battle for #1 contendership here tonight between Mike the Joker Guymon, James the Educator Fanshier. Class Clown takes on teacher. Cecil People is getting ready to start this matchup, being brought to you in part by Rockstar Energy Drinks and ProElite.com. Here we go, folks. Wow.
Well, Guymon closes the gap quickly, taking down Fanshier by pushing his leg kick against his body and just ramming him down to the ground. Guymon looks really strong.
And the thing that's so talented about Fanshier is he takes the risk that actually work out for him a lot of the times. You know, most guys wouldn't even think about doing what he does, but, you know, 80% of the times they land. But Joker is more of a technical fighter. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. He's like, I'm not going to take that 50-50 chance of getting clocked in the head.
Mike's doing a really good job of passing the guard, maintaining his position. He just got half guard right there. Goes right
straight to the full mount.
Straight to the full mount. He's going to break those hands free. You're going to start seeing some punches. Mike's super patient, really technical on the ground.
Yeah,
he feels like he weighs 220 pounds. He's super tight. His levels are unbelievable, like Chris just said.
Yeah, it's obviously a major difference between him and Fanshier as far as the jiu-jitsu capability goes. But what makes Fanshier dangerous, even though he may not have this sort of technical ability that Guymon has here with jiu-jitsu, is he does things like this.
Yeah, exactly.
He just finds a way out because he is athletic. He's hard to stop. He's strong, he's fast, and he's got an iron will.
He's definitely got an iron will, determination, got a lot of heart. I mean, he's been involved in some of the most craziest wars we've seen here.
But I'll tell you, that movement by Guymon was beautiful to watch if you're a fan of jiu-jitsu. To be able to pull that off in a cage fight and move like that is remarkable. Good movement by Fanshier now. He's trapped an arm of Guymon. Guymon's stuffing him. He's got to get that elbow out of danger, though.
Fanshier rolling on an arm bar on the jiu-jitsu guy, but you're not going to tap Mike Guymon on an arm bar. I tell you that right now.
Guymon doing a good job inching out. He's got to get that elbow past the pelvis of Fanshier so he won't be in danger if he gets extended. Now he's got it, and Fanshier knows it, gives it up, and goes back to the guard.
You know, James Fanshier has mentioned a couple times that it's a bittersweet moment every time he wins and then gets booed. I mean, you got to give the man some credit.
Fanshier was going to try to ankle pick him.
Fanshier doing a good job of not absorbing too much punishment going on here. He just seems to be relaxed, not too worried about Mike's jiu-jitsu, getting a little bit of his own jiu-jitsu off.
There goes that ankle pick attempt again.
Ground and pound.
Throwing some good punches on.
We actually saw this in his last
another right
fight.
hand, and that might be all she wrote. It looked like he hurt Fanshier.
Mike Guymon
Fanshier just holding on.
Yeah, that punching power
Bombs on it.
that Guymon holds in his hands.
And a very emotional.
Guymon just coming in and just raining bombs on James Fanshier.
This was such an important fight for both fighters. Mike Guymon obviously knows that he just got a beautiful victory under his belt, and that's exactly how he always finished his last fight, is that it's just standing up and landing shots from up above.
Well, I didn't expect to see it go down early like that. I thought it was going to be more of a war, but Guymon showed an absolute dominance.
That guy's continued to evolve as a mixed martial arts fighter. And, you know, he fought at a time when, man, they didn't have gloves. You know, he comes from the unsanctioned events of, you know, where there's no rules.
I'll tell you what, Mike's jiu-jitsu in his top position is second to none.
Well, not only that, he was stronger, he was fitter, and he had much more power. I mean, he stuffed the leg kick into the body and used it as a takedown against Fanshier. I mean, he literally reacted and counter-reacted to everything Fanshier was able to do offensively and turn it against him.
Well, a very disappointed James Fanshier indeed, but you know, Joker, that just shows how tough that guy is.
Well, it was a masterful performance and a display of dominance over a very athletic individual in James Fanshier. So Mike Guymon looks phenomenal. I'm almost breathless.
Yeah, that was just a brilliant display of positioning, being patient, not being overzealous, was patient with his passes, had a really good balance. That's as good as it gets from that position.
This is definitely a payoff for him, you know, when a fighter goes through so much hell and training, you know, this is the fun part when they get in there, you know, obviously, but, you know, when it's all said and done, man, set out to accomplish your goal and get it and reap the rewards. And a title could possibly be here in the future for Mike Guymon, easily.
Well, disappointing night for James Fanshier, looking to get back into the mix of things, but a dominant and amazing performance by Mike Guymon. We'll get our official announcement shortly.
Our president and founder of King of the Cage, Terry
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 54 seconds of the first round, your winner by TKO, Mike the Joker Guymon.
Fanshier in disbelief. Can't believe what just happened. Joker is just, he's just an athlete, man. He is just a tough, tough cat. I'll tell you what, that guy loves to joke around, but when he gets in there, man, it is no joke at all. That guy is for real.
Yeah, that was serious business tonight.
Absolutely.
It's got to be intimidating to watch that kind of performance for any potential opponents.
Oh.
I don't think anybody's gonna be saying, yeah, I'll take that fight. They might be asking, who else have you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick is here back there second guessing himself right now with that type of jiu-jitsu.
You got anything else on the menu?
You see Terry Treblecock congratulating.
Mike, you just fought the former welterweight champion James Fanshier. You're not gonna how do you feel? Was that your plan coming in? Did you have a game plan coming into this fight?
Not get killed. I was just sticking to my basics, covers and positions. I didn't want to be on something stupid and fight. Every fight I'm trying to learn from mistakes, even if I win. Last fight, I got the person down, controlled them. They did a really good job of getting me off the top, back on me, so I didn't want that to happen again. James was too good. I can't make a mistake like that.
Absolutely, James. You're the former welterweight champion. Very tough competitor, some say very unorthodox fighter. What was your game plan coming in to try to defeat those qualities in a fighter?
Position. Covers position. I just wanted to overrun them. I think my cardio was good. The boys are cutting ahead in my position. They got my cardio way out there. I just knew that was going to be my strong point coming into this fight.
Great job, really quick. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank the Cage, Terry. I love you to death. I just love the guy. He's a great job. Good job, great event. This event is a very good example of that. All my sponsors, and I tell you guys, I would not be here if it wasn't for my sponsors. RVP, all the different guys, they taught me out so much. Thank you. San Manule, you guys put on a hell of a show too. Thank you guys, everybody.
coming off a win over Thomas the Wildman Denny. Joe Camacho would become the new junior welterweight champion. Now, the veteran who's fought at the first ever King of the Cage is set to defend his title for the first time against